Hello, one and all. Welcome back and welcome aboard to TSW3. I'm making this video to put it in simplest terms to basically give a as quick a rundown as I can in navigating Train Sim World. And I figure I start. The reason I'm doing it with TSW3, and it's very different from TSW4, kind of. Well, actually, pretty similar. But anyway, and it's very different from TSW5. But I've been finding a lot of newcomers to Train Sim World are either starting out with TSW3 or 4, or have chosen not to buy TSW5. And they're just staying with TSW3 or 4, whichever one they have, or even maybe even TSW2. But TSW2 is a whole completely different animal, so to speak, because TSW2 does not have a training center. And I ran across somebody, another player, who's having a hard time navigating Train Sim World. And rather than write, it would, to me, in my mind, I'm thinking about this because there really is a lot to talk about, and it would be basically probably a 3-page synopsis, like I'm running a college term paper. There's just so much, and it really is not that hard once you just take a little time and just click. And getting started can be a little bit daunting. And I started with a console, and it's even more, it's a little bit more difficult with a console and a controller because it doesn't have the finesse that you have with a mouse and a cursor. I know my little mouse, that thing is tiny. Holy moly. Anyway, you don't have that fine-tuned. You do have, and also depends on which service and route you're doing. You can use, you go to settings, controls, gamepad, and then you could select immersive or classic. And just real quick. So you do have that option on the console as well. But this is a character that I created a while ago. I'll start here. Okay. So you want to create a character. You click up here if you already have a character created. If not, then you will be presented with, I want to create a new character. Click up here, click on switch profile, and create new profile. Okay, as you can tell, I haven't done much in TSW3 on a computer because as I was getting, into TSW3 and between here and my Xbox, TSW4 came out. But anyway, so if you're the first time you fire up the game, you would be greeted with this box, create a new profile, and you would give it your whatever name you want to call it. Okay, and then click on confirm profile creation. Just press the escape key on your keyboard to back out, and that's how you get yourself a new character created. Or, like I said, if you're first time, you will be greeted with the one box, create profile. Once you've created a password and whether you log in with your email address, but that's that. There's no simpler way to explain that. Now, the Creators Club, this if you want to do scenario planner or livery designer or online sharing, which a lot of people do, like me, click again, and everything that you see with a green check mark is something that I have subscribed to. and you're limited to how many things you can actually subscribe to. So let's say I want to get this one. I want to subscribe to this. Click on required content. I need Peak Forest. I already have it. Okay. Now I want to subscribe and download. Oh, it let me do it. Okay. So you're limited by only by the game. So I'm not in TSW4 or 5. So clearly I have a lot more that I can subscribe to. Let's try this one here. Yes, I'm already subscribed. And then you come here where you have your liveries, scenarios, if you want, what other people have created. Your subscriptions are here. Oh, I have 1 of 4 pages. So I have quite a few more things that I can subscribe to with TSW3. And then whatever you have created. I have created nothing, so there's nothing there. The store, that's pretty self-explanatory. That brings you to whatever other content you may want to purchase. This is basically the same thing with every game. You go to your trains, your collection, whatever you've already purchased. And it's the same thing. With TSW5, just a bit off track here, if you buy TSW5 and you already own stuff that you purchased in TSW3, it'll transfer over. You'll get the TSW5 version without having to buy it again. We go here, click here, is where I'm going to start. Then go to trains, your train depot, choose a route, rail journeys, and quick play. The quick play basically puts you into, you wanted to do quick play, just jump right in. Took a little time for this to pop up. I guess it's because I have all the DLCs. Anyway, so this is up to, as it states here, up to 30 minutes. Do something short or do something over 30 minutes. So you could choose which one you want to do. And if I'm not mistaken, it'll randomize it. So let's try the 30-minute version. Yeah. So this brings me to the steam locomotive, Liverpool Lime Street, Eggshell Sheds. Okay. So number 3. Just to give you an idea, this would be a 30-minute scenario. One rather. Normally I keep this HUD element you see on the bottom right corner. I usually keep that off. Control key 5 turns it off. That also turns off the other one, which shows your cylinder and your steam chest. They've made this a little bit more dumb. Is the best way I could put it. They took some other elements off this from the way it used to be. But anyway, or it was a concept and never implemented. I saw a picture of it a while back. But there you go. I'm not going to do this scenario. But anyway. So back here, go to rail journeys. It's a guided experience. I don't normally do a lot of rail journeys, regardless whether it's 2, 3, 4, or 5. But if you want to do rail journeys, you pick one. There's whatever you played last will always come to the top left here, and it'll show last played. So select that one and click on here. You can see I did 0, 40, and then here are your journey. Here are your journeys, and as you complete it, the little circle here will fill in. And once you complete them all, as you see, it'll show a gold as completed, and it'll show started. Clearly, it's not started. So that's doing your rail journeys. Okay. Again, go to your train collections. Okay. You can choose a route. And let's take, since that's the last one that I played just recently with the quick play here, where I selected the quick play here. So choose a route and Spirit of Steam. Select that. Now here we go with our scenarios, or right into the training center. Okay. Or do the timetable. So go to the training center, and these are the items that you will be presented with, and it'll show this is at the Liverpool Crew location, refueling, Liverpool Crew. Okay. This one, all seems like all of these, because I haven't done these. I think I did them on my Xbox, but these are all done at the Liverpool Crew. So, so none of these are in the training center itself. Okay, but if you do the introduction, so which I'll do now, there's a 10-minute introduction to the route. So again, enter. Welcome to Liverpool Lime Street Crew.
Welcome to Crewe, located in the northwest of England. Step back in time and discover the soot and sounds of the steam era. Climb aboard iconic living locomotives hungry for coal and water, and work hard on busy passenger and freight services through historic Merseyside and Cheshire.
Okay, so press E to continue, to begin.
There's an empty poster over there. Fix that while you're here.
Okay. You look around. It's a little bit different with each of the routes that you have. And they, as you get into TSW4 and 5, you don't have to look up, down, left, right. That's something that they did away with, which was getting very annoying and really irritating, to be honest, with every route introduction that you've done, regardless of which particular DLC you purchase. So follow the little pointers here. Yeah, look at that. Wow. That is like, okay, a little bit off topic here. So we come here. Ooh,
there are more tasks to find. Be sure to refill sand buckets, fill coal sacks, place travel posters and light braziers.
So, before I activate that next, well, that might have been a collectible there. I'll go a little further before I hit that next waypoint marker. And there's something you have to do. You have to just basically walk around the stations. I have this set to always running. And right now, nothing will continue until I hit that waypoint marker that I just walked past. Right? Sand bucket. Okay. So you have to look around once you're given the, what items are collectible or not. I just, walk around and you have to find them. And some of them are not always right in front of you. They're going to be, I won't say hidden, but they won't be marked with a blue waypoint marker as the first one was. That's just to show you, where to, the kind of things to look for when you're doing the collectible items. Gotta adjust my eye. Here's another poster. As you saw before, it's not marked with anything. There's no waypoint marker. Just walk up to it. There you go. Collected Another poster. Yay me. Okay, so let me go hit that other waypoint marker. Okay, just keep following the markers.
Follow the markers to board the train before departure.
Oh. And let's walk past it, okay?
Take a seat in first class. You can sit in any available seat.
Okay, so we sit over here. There we go. Oh boy. Will you get quiet? Oh look. Susquehanna Hat Company. They all wear these straw hats. From the Susquehanna Hat Company.
This train is powered by an LMS Jubilee class steam locomotive. These were built between 1934 and 1936 and originally nicknamed Red Staniers because of their original crimson livery, but later earned the nickname Jubilee when one of their class was named Silver Jubilee in recognition of the Silver Jubilee of King George V. During your journey as a driver on this route, you'll learn to drive this locomotive as well as the LMS Stanier Class 8F, a freight locomotive. You'll learn to haul a variety of different freight between the bustling yards and perform both express and local stopping passenger services. Learn all there is to know about operating these iconic locomotives in an era when steam was king. Welcome to Train Sim World, Spirit of Steam, Liverpool to Crewe.
And there's your route introduction and the items that you will be, collecting if you so choose to collect as you go along. And now it'll give me the next option. Do the next training module. I'm not going to do that. Already did. This is basically, I'm trying to get through this as quickly and as make it as painless as possible because, like I said, there is so much to go through, and it's just a matter of just take the time. And this is what I did when I started on the Xbox. I just started clicking profile. Okay, it'll show you show you your routes and what you've done. Okay, show you your level of your character. And right now it's showing my favorite train is Jubilee. That'll change with whichever train you drive the most. So if you drive one of the German routes, and you pick one of those trains and you do a whole bunch of timetables and you come here, it'll show that particular train. What you've done, how many medals you've earned, the trains. I don't know why that's like that. Thought I had the mod that fixed that. I guess not. Or maybe it didn't load. I don't know. Anyway, I believe this is for a hopper. I think it's sand patch grade. But there you go. Your trains, your route tasks. Okay. It shows what you've collected or haven't collected. Training center is not a lot there. But one of the things, I believe that is the Easter egg hunt that they did with TSW3. From what I understand, that unlocks during the holiday season for Easter. So I already showed if you switch profiles, you come over here, you could select one of your profiles or create a new one. You want to go to training center? TSW5 is a little bit different than this for those that have TSW5. TSW3 and 4 are pretty much the same thing. So we go to the training center. Now you could do the fundamentals or go to the training, learn and improve your skills, or you could start on foot and do the video tutorials, which will bring you to the Dovetail Game Forums, Dovetail Games YouTube channel. Okay, that didn't show up but you can find their video tutorials on the Train Sim World Dovetail Games YouTube channel. Start on foot, If you want to start on foot, you could do this. Was there another way to do it? Let's see. Choose a route. Training modules. These are all the training modules if you do it this way. So if you go to the trains and choose a route and type in training center, and then you select the timetable, which is 0. Scenarios is 0. So it is 47, 47 modules completed, but there's all the training center modules listed for me. So you could select it that way. Train depot, again, go to the training module. As you can see, there's 2 completed. One is with the LMS Jubilee, and one was with the, was it Horseshoe Curve? Yeah, I think it was a GP38, yeah. So I did this one already. That was the first one that I did. Or if you just want to go straight into the training center, select it here in the center. That's where it is for me. If you do a save game or any journeys, if you do any rail journeys, it'll show up here on the left side. Above this big button will shrink down a little bit, and it'll show you your saved game and your journeys that you can continue on from there without right from the main menu. So if you go to the training center, okay, learn and improve your skills, select the train. So let's try class 700. Go to introduction, select that. Class 700/0 introduction.
In this training module, you'll be learning how to drive this Class 700/0 electric multiple unit. When you're ready to begin, climb aboard.
Okay. F1 will turn off your HUD completely. F1 turns it back on. Okay. Control 5 will turn off your little compass that you see on the right hand side, which will also turn off your
Sit in the driver's seat.
Your speed limit HUD that you see now on the right hand side.
Class 700 is part of Siemens Mobility's D0 family. 115 train sets were built for use on the Thameslink network between 2014 and 2018. They began testing in 2015 and entered service in 2016. The 60 8-car and 55 12-car units more than doubled the capacity of the Thameslink fleet. This 8-car unit can carry up to 1,146 passengers. Set the master key to on to activate the cab.
Okay, so again, if you press and hold Control and then number 5 on the keyboard, you can turn off that HUD element, which I normally have off. I turned it back on for now. I know you saw something, a big number 0 flashing there. That's just, I don't know why, it is. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but this is how you get into that. Let me get back out of here. Again, this is going to be the same regardless of which train, which DLCs you own, and you're going to go through the same process with every train to learn how to start it up and how to get going, how to stop, and they're okay. I mean, some need to be better, in my honest opinion. A little bit more detailed, especially with some of the safety systems that some of the routes use. But I'm not going to get into that here. That could be for another video, another issue. But anyway, okay, back to the main menu. I guess I'll do one more. Okay, again, if I haven't, just to quickly go over to your profile, Dovetail Live, where you check on your mastery. Oh, the February one is out already, huh? Oh yeah, well today is the 2nd, so the 2nd of February of 2025. Okay, so these are the mastery items. As you can see, some of them I've already completed, some I've already started, and yeah, that's not going to be here. It doesn't look like it. Looking for the there's one that's already been completed. This is the Christmas elf. The Easter egg one won't be here because it's not Easter. And the Creators Club, which will bring you back to here, as I did show earlier. The Mastery Rewards. Okay, these I have. Oh, I never turn these on. Okay, so you can hit enter as you mouse over it. Turn all these on. Why not? Oh, there's the Easter egg. Okay, so that's something I've already completed. It's a little squirrely here. That's from a mod. That's what that's from. Oh, okay. Let me get the mouse away from there. It tends to use the arrow keys and the enter key on the keyboard. Yeah, that's the Holiday Express with the Christmas elf. And these are all dioramas that will show up in game as you do the routes for the routes that you do own already. Again, I'm using a keyboard and not the mouse because when I use it, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's just my game or it kind of just goes like crazy. So that's why I'm using the arrow keys and the enter key. Some of these are from a mod. It's the way the mod author created it and makes it a bit easier to activate and install. I kind of like it that they do the mods this way. Those are the mastery rewards. Again, usually these get unlocked as you do the routes. There is a mod that unlocks them immediately if you so choose. Latest news and articles. The new routes. There's the newest route that was just released, so you could click on here and you can read. It'll show you some nice pictures. I don't have this one. It's a $40 expenditure, and as you can see, the euro is $36. The UK gets it for $30, and the US gets it for $40. So probably gonna wait for a sale. I've spent enough money, and as you can see here, for Generation 8 consoles, that would be me on the Xbox One X. We've amended the timetable to provide a suitable experience for those on the Xbox One. I have the One X and PlayStation 4. The timetable features a reduced number of services. So the older your console, you're going to lose out on some things. So and that's with several different routes. So if you want to go to Railfan TV, again, that'll bring you to, while you do not see it here on screen, it'll bring you to Train Sim World YouTube channel, and you could watch their videos that they put out. Same thing with the training videos. Again, this is just another way to get to the Creators Club settings and basically just go through all the different settings and select it how you want. Everyone has their preferences on how they want their game to look and sound. For me, that's the 4K size. I'm running a 4K monitor, fake 4K, really. And I do run it in windowed mode. It does help make the game run a little bit better, and I can always press F11. You won't that's something you won't see on here, because the way OBS picks up the recording, it's still full screen. And what you just saw pop up is the reshade. So press the home key on the keyboard, that brings up reshade. So I do have some items here that I have installed with reshade. I'm not going to go through all of this. This is just, as you can see, there's just too much here. You're welcome to go look at this up on your own. Press home again to close it out. TSW3 is very similar as far as the navigation. It's basically the same thing. So I never did go into the training center, so let's go back. Let's get in here. Training center here. We pick a train, which I already did before. Fundamentals. This will give you basically navigation interaction with the training center. Screen elements, moving a train, and changing path. I'm not going to go through all of this. This is pretty self-explanatory. Just follow along as you select each one. If you want to start on foot, explore on foot, walk around a training center. Okay, now this is the same thing whether you do this with a route. Okay, I'll just pick a random route and I'll do the same thing. But okay, you could select where you want to start, and if you look carefully, there's a little yellow upside down teardrop shape. Okay, that's where you will start. If you select whichever one, Station 1, Switch Line, Metro North, and if you exit out and then restart, it'll bring you right back to Central Square, which you will start. Then you can select the time. As you can see, whichever one is highlighted, that's the hour. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and the other arrows are for your minutes, and that's done by 5-minute increments. 50, 55, 11. So we'll start 11 o'clock. Play now. Okay. And this is one of the maps that you will find. Okay, there's 20. Training center. Again, each one will be different. If I'm not mistaken, it all depends on which routes you do own, and which one what'll show up here. You could, if you just want to be adventurous, just come over to one of these trains. Oh. And you could go through the whole startup process if you wanted to. Set up your brakes with the screen here. Not going to go through all of that because, what am I walking on? Oh, walking on a railing. Okay, so, as you can see, the Christmas decorations are up. Because I activated that tile on, as you saw me do. There's a Christmas tree. I don't think, yeah, I think these open up. These doors will open up when during the Christmas, Easter holiday rather. There's the Christmas elf. That'll show up around the training center. Oh, there's one of the eggs. Ooh. Collected one of the eggs. There's another one. And you notice that the eggs are starting to populate here in the basket of the big Easter bunny. There's a bit changed here. Never used to be a guy. Oh, look at that. depending on which way you look at him. Ooh, oh, yeah, yeah. Pop goes the weasel. Look at that, his head pops off. Okay, yeah, hey, how you doing? Okay, sure. He just sits there and wiggles around in his chair. So I'm not going to go through all the where all the eggs are. That would just spoil it for everyone that hasn't done it already. But you just have to go everywhere. Take the time and explore. Just, don't be afraid to click and just go everywhere. I mean, you're not going to break the game. Even if you do, you close out the game. If you feel you've broken something, you close out the game, reopen it, and you're back to an unbroken game, if that's the way you feel. I'm not going to go up here, but this is another place that you can explore. Like I said, you don't be afraid to just. I mean, that's what I did. I mean, I'm just the inquisitive type of person where I'll just start. I'll click and inspect everything because I want to see what I can and can't do. These are all the different trains that are in my collection of DLCs loading into the training center. You'll see that a bit later when I change profiles. Clearly it's not running. That's a battery keeping things alive, so to speak. Of course it's not running. It's an electric train. I don't know what I was thinking. That sounds more like a battery operated generator, maybe even compressor to keep the train alive so you can get it moving when you need to use it. And for whatever reason, they are duplicated over here as well as what's over there. And like I said, if you want, just jump in and just start pressing buttons, get the train going. There's one of the platforms that are used for part of the training. And the training center is pretty much open. And again, I also have a mod that allows you to explore many areas of the game that normally would not be. But the training center is, for the most part, it's pretty open. Really, I can't step up the. You're kidding me, right? Okay, sure. There we go. Come on. You're kidding me. There is no jumping in the game. There we go. Well, now you know not to come over here and get off the path. That's a joke. That really is. That is just, this is not something I was expecting to do. Anyway, let's restart. Do a restart. So, do not stray off the path. In some areas, you will not be able to get back onto the path. I'll show that again over here, which it is a bit screwed up. It really is, because while you're at a train station, you can climb up onto a platform. As you can see, I can't get back onto this path. And at one point, I think it gets to the point where you can see. It's screwed up the way it's done. So if you walk on a path, stay on a path. In some areas, you won't be able to get back on, and you'll have to do, like I just did, and do a restart on foot. So, again, this is just a matter of explore. Click, go wherever, see what you can and can't do, and just have fun. I mean, it really looks daunting. Sometimes it could be overwhelming. You know what? Let me get into a train. Because you can't do, there's another map. Ooh, I just revealed another map. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think there's a class, yeah, there's a class 66 over here somewhere. That might already be running. Yeah, I can hear it. And considering the training center is pretty big. It really is. I just want to get into the train so I could use the flying camera. Okay. I mean, I could get out onto the track. I'd have to back up, change the track, and turn that off. Let's do free cam. Right. So that's the entire training center. There's a big lake over here. Well, pond, lake. I have a INI setting that allows me to go up this high with the camera. That's the one thing that's nice about playing on a computer. You can add mods. That's a crazy, funky point of view. But with a console, you can't. Not with this game, anyway. This is something you'll never see from the tracks when you're running the. You might be able to see some of this while you're doing the training scenarios with the trains in the training center. But it's about all you'll really see. I mean, unless you are able to do this with the camera. There's really not much else to. I mean, as far as number one, back in a train. Don't press number one too many times, or you'll get stuck between the chair and the roof of the train. It's just something that is TSW. I'm not gonna go through. Like I said, there's maps to find, and if you have the Easter egg hunt already, as I showed earlier, then you activate it, then you can go and collect your Easter eggs. But that's the training center, and you can freely adjust these as much as to your heart's content. Changes the track, changes the points, and the switches. Like I said, there's not a lot in here to do in a training center as far as collectibles are concerned, but depending on what you own and the DLCs that is, those trains will show up here, and you could play around, just take the time and be like a little kid, Remember when it was like a little kid that likes to just press buttons and turn switches all the time? It'd be like that, and you'll learn. So let me get out of here. So I'm going to go now to the trains. I'm going to pick a route, choose a route, pick a route, and I'm going to select, guess I'll do Midland Main Line. Go to timetable. Okay. And this is the way things show up for me when I select this route. Okay. I can select one of the trains and do the 66, and these are my options. I also have mods installed, which will give me a few more variants of the Class 66. Okay, and these are all the timetable services with that train. Or I take the Class 37, and those are the timetable services. Now, if I want to go on foot, I select on foot. Again, same thing like if you were doing the training center. Okay, there's the little yellow marker. That's where I will load. That's where the game will load me in if I select Leicester. So let's say I select let's do Sylvie. Okay, and 10 o'clock. I'll change that to 10:20. So play now. I'll leave it as dynamic weather. Okay, so here I am at the station. Again, yeah, that's there's a mod that I have that allows me to go a little bit further. It looks like this is a collectible here. And just walk around. Oh. Did they just pop in? One of the AI trains. Yeah, I don't see any no maps here. Oh, here we go. So there you go. Just walk up to it and reveal the map. It just came out of, and there we go. You'll learn these when you do the route introduction. So, you know what? Ooh, another train. It's a high-speed HST. Okay. So that's how you start on foot. Now you could get down onto the tracks and just start walking. Yeah, that's all you is that all you wish to do? Just start walking. Now there is a mod that I use. It's called the God Mode mod, and we have a few favorites here that the mod author has put here. Select Speedy Gonzalez running. You crouch and walk. And you could ooh, I caught up to the train. Oh, I ran right past the station. This is how I get around these stations. Make things a little bit easier if all you want to do is hunt down collectibles. That'll be a map. So I'm not gonna. Oh, what the heck! I'm already here. Oh boy, look at that, another map. So that's basically how you get around when you select a route, and you want to go on foot. So let me get back out of here. Okay, back at the main menu here, and wondered, I got a little stumped here because I was going to choose the Midland Main Line and do the route introduction, but there is no route introduction for the Midland Main Line, which I was pretty sure there was. There have been quite a few changes done to Midland Main Line, but when you select the train, as you see, it shows 0. Nothing here for Midland Main Line introduction. So if you select training center, pick a train or DLC, I should say. High speed train EMT. It brings you to the Great Western introduction, Class 43 introduction, again, Great Western. And then there's the high-speed introduction for the EMT. So I'll do the Great Western Express introduction. Welcome to Great Western Express.
This is Slough on the Great Western Main Line. Follow the markers over the footbridge to catch a train.
Yeah, a bit screwed up doing it that way, but okay. Wow, look at that. Wow, purple. Oh my God. Older daughter would love that. Okay. And this is basically the same, and I'm going the wrong way, deliberately, but this is basically the same as with any route. You know what? I'm not going to do that. Let's, you know what? Let's just follow the instructions as they are given. So we get on the train here.
Some doors are automatic and open when you walk towards them.
Ooh, look, it opened up. Which way do I sit? Does it matter? Sit in any available seat. Okay, so I'll sit over here, all by my lonesome. There we go. There we go.
Great Western Express offers the ability to ride and drive both express and commuter trains along the Great Western Main Line between London Paddington and Reading. You are currently riding an Intercity 125 high-speed train formed of two Class 43 diesel locomotives hauling a selection of Mark III carriages. This train has a top speed of 125 miles per hour. TrainSim World allows you to ride and drive trains from a selection of internal and external camera angles. Let's take a look now by exploring the exterior of this train.
Okay, number 2. And using the scroll wheel with my mouse and the arrow keys on the keyboard. We can press 0, bring up the little dialogue, external camera, front, rear. You look at where you've been.
Other internal and external camera views are available to be explored. These can be accessed from the number keys.
There's number 3, where you could, it's basically a free camera. It follows the train, and you use the arrow keys in your mouse to maneuver around it.
You've only travelled a short distance here, so let's take a look at what else there is to enjoy. Welcome to Great Western Express. You can marvel at the iconic London Paddington terminus with its magnificent arched roof. Explore Old Oak Common Depot where many trains are serviced. Deliver freight to Hayes and West Drayton processing plants or haul containers in and out of London. Arrive into a fully modernised Reading station or visit the nearby Reading Depot where the Class 166 trains are maintained. Along the way, be sure to place route maps, safety signage and locate the missing dispatch buttons. Choose from freight, passenger or high-speed trains and start your journey today.
And there you go. And back to the main menu. And that's pretty much it. There's really, I mean, at this point, it's just a matter of taking the time to explore it. Just pick something and click. It's really that simple. Like I said, it can be, the more you do in Train Sim World, the more it will show up in your profile. So I'll switch. Let me switch a profile here. Go to my level 61. Hey, as you can see, there's the trains. Resume last played. Okay, this is in my training center. Give a. Okay. These are all the trains that I have in my training center. This is all part of one of the DLCs that you can purchase with the Heritage collection of trains. And I have them spread out throughout my training center. And I keep this like this, so I never lose it. I never do anything. This is a saved game here, and I use this for testing and spawning in other trains as need be. And again, this is just one of the Heritage train collections that are available to purchase. And in order to be able to fly around with a camera like this, you must be in a train. Doesn't matter what train, just pick any train. You don't have to do anything but sit down in the driver's seat, and number 0 brings up the dialogue wheel to select your camera mode. Front of train, back of train, that kind of thing. Or if you want to go back into the train that you are currently sitting in. But this is the way I have mine set up for just the purposes of testing and having it set up so, have it filled out the way I want it set up. So you could do it, anyone can do this. With a again, it's done with the God mode mod. We could select the environment if you want. That'll be in the description down below. Most people already know about this. And this is the this is where you could search for trains, and you can spawn them in as you wish. If you want to just play around or add them to, you could try adding them to your services that you're running. Let's close this. There we go. I was messing with my eyes. But again, you do that with the God Mode mod, and just experiment if you choose to do so. I gotta change some of the settings in my engine INI file for TSW3. That's a shadow Spidey thing. It's something that's something to do with the shadow settings within the INI file. I mean, I could sit here for the next 3 hours and, click on this, click on that, and select this and select that, but it's just, there is so much, and depending on, and I have all the DLCs, well, not all of them. Some of the newer ones I don't have for TSW5. But that's pretty much it. There's really not much else to, like I said, I mean, this could take, this could take a lot of time to go through every single thing within the game. And go back to the main menu, just take the time and just pick a square and click. And just select them and go. As far as you're starting on foot, just pick a train, doesn't pick a DLC. Let's do, where's the Glossop? Okay, go to Glossop line, go to timetable, and here you go, on foot. Select on foot. There's your entire route for the Glossop line. Select where you want to load in. As you can see, the yellow, I'm pointing to the screen like you can see me, the yellow marker there, that is where you will load in if you hit play now. Manchester Piccadilly, Ardwick, and select the time. You can change the time if you want. If you really want to, you can go down, select the late night, 10 o'clock. I use military time, and if I click play now, this is exactly where I will load in. So there you go. That's one of the collectibles there. And again, like I said, just, take the time to walk around and don't be afraid to explore. You're not going to break anything. And even if you do, it's very easy to fix. What is that? Oh, that's where the train stops. So that's pretty much it. There's, like I know I sound like I am repeating myself. There you go. That's the gist of navigating Train Sim World, and it's really not that different in TSW5, which seems to be a little bit more overwhelming. But if you just take your time, same thing in TSW4, just take your time and click on everything. I mean, you can always just hit escape if there's not something. If it's something you don't want to do or you weren't ready to do, just hit escape and click on go back to main menu. It really is that easy. While it may look a little daunting to someone who's new to Train Sim World as a whole, pretty much the same, whether it be, TSW1 2020 and TSW2 is really a whole different interface and would require a separate video for that. But it really isn't that different. It's a matter of just taking the time to not be afraid to just click on things. It's what I did when I was playing on Xbox. Yeah, I just picked something, I clicked on it. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's what that is. Okay, okay. Click off of it, it's gone. Up here, click on your character. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. And then click on each one. It'll show you what each one does. And you can either click on here, as I highlight it turns yellow, or hit escape. It really is that easy. It's just don't be afraid to click on things. Again, you can always hit escape to come back to the main menu. And that's pretty much it. Again, someone who's never played a simulation type of a game, especially something like Train Sim World, I have quite a few videos already showing what is broken, and I have to go through some of the stuff and see what has been fixed, because there have been some routes that did get a fix for TSW5, but they are still broken in TSW4, 3, and 2, as well as TSW 2020 or TSW1. But that's not the point of this video. Hopefully you found this helpful, informative, interesting. If I repeated myself, it was unintentional. I apologize. Someone did post on the Steam forums and they asked some questions, and rather than, like I said right from the beginning, rather than write out a 2-3 page synopsis, I mean, because there is just way too much, as you saw. That was just a little bit of what there is to explore, and it's just a matter of not being afraid to click on a button, and basically these are nothing but big buttons, just like on Xbox or PlayStation, and just click and go. And if you found this informative, helpful, interesting, enlightening, whatever your thoughts are, let me know. Write it down below. And I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe and share and smash that thumbs up likes button. It would really help me out a lot, and at least show me that I'm doing something that's worthwhile to invest time in keeping you glued to my channel and watch the videos that I create. Not all of them are doom and gloom, so to speak. It's not everything is about what is broken, but I will not shy away from giving my point of view on certain things. I still like TSW3, even with its quirks, as well as I do TSW4. I much prefer the TSW4 HUD layout, which is also in TSW5. It really hasn't changed much. This is a very different type of train simulator as opposed to some of the other ones. Who knows? Maybe in Train Sim World 77, maybe. Maybe it'll finally get to the point where you could run it in Unreal Engine 5. Well, by that time, it'll probably be Unreal Engine 6. And it'll support DX12. But then again, by that time, it'll probably have DX13. Who knows? But anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time to watch this. I know I talk a lot, but this video was more for... I've been wanting to do this for quite some time. Just been putting it off for quite a while, and I've also had some personal family matters that needed my attention more. It was more important than any game. Pretty much it. There's really not much else for me to say, but thank you. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy. Have fun. God bless. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up and ring the bell. This way you know when another video gets uploaded. And hey, well, with that said and done, take care. Bye-bye, and see you next time.